this is the final episode of Rape with Lawyer Tosin Taiwo. And the question we'll be treating as the last question within borders question related to false accusations. Rape. You know, we have cases where a girlfriend and boyfriend issues will go south, and probably the girlfriend wants to lay a false accusation on the guy, say he has raped and everything, and all these consequences on the image of the person, the allegation, the stories, the whole issue that surround this kind of allegation. How does the law, is there provision made by the law to address issues like this? We'll find out from Lawyer Tosin Taiwo, and I want to thank you for your patience so far, staying on this episode. Please join me in the studio with Lawyer Tosin Taiwo, and thank you once again. I'm Dimeji Sodeke.
This leads to the final question, which is what seems to be rampant. These days, we just see people coming up on Twitter accusing the superstars, so we don't even know if it is right or false accusation. So you see some people, they were in love before, something sweet turned sour, and right now they just want to say, yeah, he wants to rape me, this and this. They're establishing a lot of allegation, which recently I think is denting the image of Dapo Dimeji. So I want to ask, what are the consequences of false accusation on rape, if it could ever be established? It's found out that it's a false accusation. What is the penalty for that? So our female listeners and watchers could also learn from that it is not a moment for you to say, yeah, I want to dent his image and everything. If it is established, what is the consequence of a false accusation?
Yeah, thank you. When there is an allegation, it is actually the duty of the police to conduct investigation. Ordinarily, you are not meant to just come on the air or in this digital age that anybody could actually get anything on the internet. You can get it posted on the internet from the comfort of your home. And you realize that some people are not so careful about what they send out. They just feel that I have the right to disseminate information. Not mindful that where your right ends, another person's right begins. The law actually says that an accused person, before being convicted, must have had all reasonable doubt cleared. And if the law says all reasonable doubt, that means that the law understands the fact that there's a right that an accused person also must be his right that need to be protected must also be protected, and that means the right to fair hearing. The Constitution actually gives all of us that right of fair hearing. And if information had gone ahead without it being investigated to a conclusive state, then have been deprived of fair hearing. And if you know that you could secure justice for yourself, then the system, there will be anarchy if everyone is given the free will to go and seek justice on your own. And that's why we're saying that jungle justice is not, we don't have the right to take laws into our hands. But from the moment when you are alleging someone of a wrong, and from that moment you yourself have thrown out the allegation into the open without going through the channel that the law have provided, because the police are there to not only for stop peace, they also prevent the occurrence of a crime. They also have the right to investigate allegations being brought forward, and in doing that, they will invite, they would question, they'll look at the scenario surrounding it, and now judging by what they have at their disposal, do they have what it takes to prosecute this person? But if I had alleged and I didn't go through the right channel, that means I've convicted the person even before the person has been tried.
So
that's the image damage.
So to you now, the band was not wrong trying to sue the person for
no, it's not.
So he's losing. He seems to be losing.
He's losing. Which one now? Is it the his followers? It's his fans.
Not even fans.
Okay.
Followers. There is when you're the face of a product. There's a name for it. I'm trying. Brand ambassador.
Okay.
So he's losing all those deals right now. Some people are dropping. I think a bank just dropped him recently, like, this scandal that surrounds you, we don't want to have anything to do with you. And he sued the lady for defamation of character.
He has the right. False information itself, the police will not take it lightly. And unfortunately, it's being regarded as a simple offense. The sentencing is not as grievous as it's almost like an incident of stealing, where you could be sentenced to 6 months imprisonment, 12 month imprisonment. You understand? And with that, I feel people still take it for granted that, unlike if I say that if you supply false information, you could go for as much as life imprisonment. I'm sure people will weigh their words rightly, and and that will serve as a caution. But when it could there is even an option of fine for it. If you are sentenced, you could be given an option of fine, and you could decide to pay. But by then you'd have been a convict anyway. By the time you are paying, but at least there's an option you can go home. You understand? So it's with the band, he can sue the life out of that person, because the person has subjected him to public disgrace, and also his means of livelihood have been taken away. It's been taken away from him gradually on something that he had not been tried for and had not been convicted for. You understand? His the fear hearing that could have been given to him have been compromised with information that had just gone public without that information having been subjected to test of investigation. It's just evil. I stepped out, I didn't see my car there. I've forgotten that probably I'd asked my mechanic to pick that car. And I made claim someone has stolen my car, and I begin to point fingers at suspect. And in no time the mechanic brings the car, and I forgot to. But people they've been harassing this person as or some people as the culprit. Within that moment, traumatic, you could be traumatized in a very, very strong way that you won't even get out of it. It will keep flashing back on you.
Traumatic stress.
Exactly. So, number one, information do not go out, especially when it could cause damage to the reputation of another person. It must be subjected to investigation. And when they investigate and they feel that you are culpable, police have the right to now move for trial. And even we've seen people who have gone through trials and they don't run, they have been set free because the evidence before the court is just lame.
Like the
veracity is not be, and you just have to throw it out. But what the damage that has been done to that person, how will you now redeem it? It's impossible. So for false information, the police actually is criminal, but it's just a minor offense. I feel we should look at the instance now. Like the EFCC, the whistleblower.
Yes.
They made a law that you would go for certain years if you supply wrong information. Because at that point when they made it open, people were just supplying fake information. Oh, that man has had buried money. inside his house. They go there, they find no money. But the repute that be brought to that person, can it be redeemed? So they made a law saying that if you're a whistleblower and your whistleblowing goes wrong, you are going for it. And you have seen people that have been convicted for it. But when it has to do with wrong allegations, it's been seen as a simple offense. And even those, sometimes we feel that those that offense have been committed again, you just realize that people will just beg them, let it go. For some, they will even say that, oh, they have made it even more popular. You understand? But there are some areas that it will take the popularity away from that person. It would affect the income. It will create mental trauma, and there's no way money can even fill in the gap for that. You understand? So it's criminal to give false information, but even with that will still be tested by the information that by the police that has the right to also and wrongly our policing system here. They even convict you before trial, because they themselves do not understand the fact that the right to lodge a complaint do not make you a victim. When you go to the police and you lodge a complaint, they will tell you that it's the first complainant that will be registered as the complainant. The person that is being alleged will be termed as the accused person. Whereas I have the right to counter complain. You understand? Because let's say we fought and you move out of here, you go lodge a complaint, and in coming back they come arrest me. There is a law saying that both of us have disturbed public peace. It's free for all. But because you are the one that has gone to lodge a complaint, the police would actually see you as the complainant and not investigate the matter to know what actually had transpired, or both of us had some few minutes of madness, and it's only one of us that deemed fit to come and lodge a complaint and have come to arrest me. Both of us can be arraigned together for the sum of public peace. But because it's someone who had worked in the police station that is seen as a complainant, and that was a celebrated case in the US, and it was even the person that was alleged that was awarded damages, because at the long run they realized that the person actually came to make a false complaint. But here, before you can take step, because you have the right to sue, because we have this criminal aspect, we have the civil aspect. The criminal aspect is always handled by the police, because you have supplied them with false information. The civil aspect, if I've been alleged wrongly and I get judgment out of it, acquitting me, I could file a civil action for the false information you filed against me, and I could be asking damages in millions for trauma, for loss of profit, for this, for that, the civil action. But most importantly, the fair hearing is the ultimate of it all, because
brought to the court system,
the fair hearing is the ultimate of it all. That's why we are saying that, okay, don't just put anything in the hair, because when you put it in the hair, then you are not giving the person a fair hearing anymore. Because people would have been making their opinion, assertions, like draw inferences here and there, and thank God we are not using the jury system here. In a system where the jury system, where you have jury being appointed, and there they incarcerate them anyway. They just isolate them, rather, so that they won't be influenced by public opinions here and there flying around. But whether we like it or not, information that has gone on here, we can't even adjust how many people have clicked on it, and we are free to draw out impression about someone, like Naira Marley now. Quite a number of people have a particular, how can I put it now, idea about this person, and if probably he's been alleged of something, some will do only she now. Because they feel that
And someone like Dimeji, even recently, Two-Face has been given the ambassadorial post for the refugee, and Dimeji also has been given ambassador. And I understand that the way they package themselves as celebrity is different from the Naira Marley that you have even mentioned. So they will be so cautious about what goes out and how people perceive them, their image.
Yeah,
so far what they've
because they have managers that actually even in charge of their is it image making now?
Yes, image
so I know quite a number of them actually try to solve the internet to what other info they supply facts, they do this, they counter challenge whatever thing and all that, but all those ones are just damage control. They're just damage control. The damage is done already. It's just an attempt to control the damage itself, and that's not it's not ideal for our system. It's killing. It's killing. I was thinking it was more rampant with the politicians because we understand
it's needed.
but now we realize that because of the attraction, the internet, the bloggers, the blah blah blah, some even want to attract people who want to view they want to attract numbers of people, so they just post this information because they know people want to click on it and they want to read it, but they are not thinking about the damage they are causing by each and everyone that is reading that information that is yet to be tested. It's still an allegation, and an allegation remains an allegation until it is established to be true.
All right, sir. Thank you very much for your time. You've really, if we go deeper, we would go off the place. We'll move away from rape, we'll go into different topics, but just because today we have to talk about rape, so we have to bring this to a conclusion already. And we really appreciate you, and I'm very sure even listeners and viewers right now have taken a lot of lessons, a lot of caution, and they will understand where the legal perspective towards rape in our country. I really appreciate you, and I hope that soon enough you would honor our call again.
You know, it's always open.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
So that is it, and that is the legal perspective towards rape. And I thank you for listening. And, soon enough, we'll join on a different topic. This is Dimeji Sodeke. Thank you once again. Bye for now.
Thank you very much. This brings us to the completed part on rape series. I want to thank you, listeners and viewers, myself, Dimeji Sodeke, and the whole team of Daring TV. We want to appreciate you for following us keenly over these weeks on rape series so far, and we hope that we will continue on journey and exciting journeys that we have ahead. We still have lots of creativity coming aboard. We have lots of dimension that we want to introduce. You've become part of our family, so we want to appreciate you. Say thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following the TV family. We appreciate you, and thank you so much. For now, this is a bye on rape series. Thank you very much.